Guys, please subscribe and help the channel get to 150k subscribers. Welcome to my FANS Wethu TV. It's the CAF Champions League. Stade Abidjan 1, Orlando Pirates 1. I'm joined by Tatana.
Riveiro mjani.
Aye. Really? Because you can see can see thank you.
Yeah, Riveiro mjani fukin.
Oh, fukin. Yeah. I never salibal.
All right, Steve. I'd like to thank FANS Wethu for giving me this opportunity, of course, to be able to express our opinions, of course, based off the game as well.
Yes.
And also, with that being said, I just want to say that we do appreciate Jose Riveiro, the technical team as well, for what they've done for us.
Yeah.
We are where we are because of Jose Riveiro.
Yeah.
We've never had like so much confidence, you know, as supporters. The numbers in Orlando Stadium, as you can see, they speak
volumes.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's substance enough behind Jose Riveiro's work and the technical team and also the leadership in Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
So as we are here, we always, of course, will have different opinions, you know, about the game and the tactics as well. And it doesn't mean that like when we talk about players or the team, it means that it's a bad team. It's just a critique, right? So
For the key.
you understand, because even when Orlando Pirates maybe have won 4-0 today, probably you'd still have an element that you'd find and you feel like they would have done better, you know, or improve. Exactly my point. So it is critique, you know. So I just wanted to highlight that and, you know, continuously to be grateful and of course being a Buck supporter.
So you can criticize.
I can't criticize, I critique.
Oh, you
there's
can
difference.
okay.
Yeah, there's difference.
Okay, the floor is yours.
All right. So coming to today's game, and I think like most of us we share same sentiments. We had like plethora of chances, and of course like when the game began, we had good combinations. I think Makgopa and Fuking, right, on the left hand side, they had combinations very well.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like on that last third, they were rushing, you know, and there's multiple times, you know, like they were rushing, and you don't know what we're rushing as well. Not taking responsibilities, you know. But then, of course, coming from the right side, we saw Otto, of course, you know, occupying that side. And he was doing very well, cutting in, playing 1-2s. I think only had one shot. And I think that if he continuously, like, remained in the same position, would have, like, maybe unlocked that defense as well.
Yes.
We played against, I like to think, I may be wrong, you know, we played against the team, especially first half, that was not tactically organized. They were quite open technically as well, because you could see the defenders having the ball, you know, trapping towards our players and falling off as well. And one thing that I think our players today didn't realize, and I thought Makgopa would take opportunity of that, is that goalkeeper is similar to Ntwari of Kaizer Chiefs, Filippo Vono that we had. So what is that, like when they shoot the ball at him, he spills it back. There was a simple cross that he was supposed to have held it, but he spilled it back. But the players didn't pay attention to that. And that's where also you kind of like question like players, because coach can do so much from the bench, but when you're there, you start to see things that you can be able to do, you know. Then also, it was quite questionable when you started to see Makgopa in an advanced role, and you had Mabasa as an anchor, first half as well, and you were like, nah, man. But the person who's supposed to be in an advanced role, it's Mabasa compared to Makgopa. Oh well, I'm not complaining much, but of course, I thought like if we had Mabasa, probably because of how he can shoot, he would have done better, even though there's this one shot that, you know, went wayward, right? Then At the back, we're not challenged, to be quite honest, on first half as well. But I think their left winger, I think it's Traore, then to be corrected.
Yeah.
He was like the point of reference every time, And then come second half, as we were sitting here, and I think everybody knows, if you can track the history going was this tracking back, most of the teams in the African continents, their strength is set pieces. I told you, brother, as well.
Yes.
Before we considered that.
Yeah.
You know what? This team, if there's something that they're going to do or maybe going to score, is through a set piece.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of the same team that was playing Mamelodi Sundowns from DRC Congo.
Yeah.
Same thing. That team created chances out of set pieces, which was corners and everything.
Yes.
Right? So we closed off, of course, the first half with 1-0. Okay, cool. We scored from a set piece. Come second half, again, we saw the same thing. We were rushing and everything. But now, the team that we're playing against, they fine-tuned. And like when you see them, when they were getting on the last third, they were holding the ball, trying to find each other. I think now they changed. The guy was playing on the left wing, was playing on the right. Or maybe they substitute him. It's just I didn't follow track on that. I do apologize.
Yes.
But then, of course, he was holding the ball nicely. Of course, inviting the guys to be able to come in. They played on the wide as well, cross and everything. And that was like now their model of the game. First game when we played against, I can't pronounce the name, Balzad,
Team.
Yeah, again. That's what they started to do, and that's when the goal came in, Kanye Samayo.
Yes.
So I think that's what they started to identify, that aerially, we're not good. We committed a foul, of course, mid second half, and I mean, well played set piece, of course, play the ball in the last post, and of course, the other guy bring it back, and is that, and exactly what I said, you could say like it was verbatim, but of course in the form of actions,
Yes.
Then, okay, cool, we played, but then our coach, again, as I said, like he's a good coach, right? And of course, when you're sitting there with different peeps as well, I think in this day and age, or maybe going forward,
Yeah.
play Makgopa, play Mabasa, right? Same time. Have, of course, a natural right-footed player playing on the right wing, have a left-footed player playing on the left wing.
Yes.
Let's start to see the crosses coming in, Probably that would have worked out better for us. I think maybe he could have done that. I would have pulled out Mbata because he was not giving us anything. Yes. And also that team, they were not much of a threat. Makgopa was doing everything there, right?
True.
But we never saw that. And I think another thing that kind of like, personally, I think something that made our attack not so good anymore is that like we took Otto and played him on the left back, right? Yeah. Instead of like just leaving being there, play him as a left wing, because I think he was doing exceptionally well. It reminds me of his days in Bloemfontein Celtic and Golden Arrows.
Yeah.
Would have done that, and of course bring in the crosses. We get Makgopa getting the chance. Bruh. Okay. To be quite honest, don't laugh, bro. So the Pruru, he hustled. To be honest, he hustled. It was, a chance out of nothing.
Yes.
1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, bro. Like, I kid you not, bro. Everybody who played soccer, strikers, they do that one-on-ones probably like I don't know how many times.
Too many times.
One, the defender that he, of course, that fell, whatever.
He's down.
He's down. Got the ball. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's already committed. Why don't you chip the ball? Why don't you compose yourself? At least maybe play it back.
Hey.
There we go, And I think from there on, I think the other guys, they said it in studio, there's the draw, And also I think personally the coach not having confidence in Kim Vidi, it's questionable, because then, yes, we don't have Tito. We can't cry about players that are not there. Yeah. We need to focus on about people who are there. Why don't you play Kim Vidi in that position? Give him game time. We know like probably he likes to hold the ball a lot and everything, but I think with game time and instructions, he'll be able to understand like what is it that you're looking forward to, Gilberto came in, saw nothing from him, to be quite honest.
Zero,
bruv.
Is he a scam?
Bruh. No. I don't listen. I wouldn't remember, I think the pressure that is on him is the price tag. So I wouldn't say it's really wrong to call him a scam, right? Because I do believe we've had a lot of players that came to South Africa, or rather Orlando Pirates, even locally. They took time to adapt, some even 2 seasons. I can talk about Gabuza, this way he never played for season and a half.
Yeah.
Tendai Ndoro, when he started to score for us, he was there for a season and a half. And when he started to score and play, you could see now he understands what's happening.
Yeah.
But then Gilberto, I do believe he is a good player, right? It might happen that maybe he's not a good player maybe for our team, but we'll just have to be patient with him, just give him time as well. But I think a loan would have done him better. To be quite honest, I wouldn't have loaned out Otladisa. Why is that? Is because history also has proven that when we have our own South African players and when we play, especially these teams, right, when they dribble them and everything, they get frustrated, right? Otladisa, I think he did the same thing, last season, if you do recall, where he hit the Rakata and that player. So you can see that with game time, the player's confidence will be built, right? But of course, I won't cry much. As I said, also I don't want to take much time because I don't think there is much to talk about into this game other than just blaming ourselves because, as I said, we did have multiple of chances and everything. And also, it's kind of now a South African thing where we need to take out calculators. Oh,
Calculate points.
Yeah, so I think for now, we just have to be able to fine-tune minor things, especially I think on the last third as well, and being able to be composed and create chances like booming city, cutbacks and all of those things. But other than that, as they would say, take a point away from home, which at this game, to be honest, right, it's not that kind of a game. This team has lost, I think, 5 games, including their home league games as well. And of course, they lost these games. And they drew against us and they started to build confidence. Man. But other than that, man, we are, I think, our worst enemies at most as Orlando Pirates. We like to make things difficult for ourselves. But I think that is the beauty of Orlando Pirates is that, in big occasions, you need to rise to that level, But, man, that's it.
Man of the match, quickly, my brother, before I close it.
Okay, cool. Man of the match, to be quite honest, I'd really give it to Van Rijn. Yeah. He did put in a good shift, especially second half with backtracking, which he's known for as well, in being able to, do those clean tackles. But other than that, we are on the next one. I think we're playing Marumo Gallants. It's a home league game. I urge everybody to please buy your tickets, come through. It's festive, the 29th. Come through. If you're around in Joburg, come and witness, the biggest institute serving more justice football.
Thank you,